do you think it was necessary for you to start out with single family in any capacity before moving into multifamily, or is it with the right education, of course,
Yeah.
is it perfectly fine going straight into multifamily if that's what you want to do?
Yeah, and I think I was very typical at the time. I think most people start out not having the concept of multifamily or even big multifamily and thinking that's way above them and that's out of their reach.
So real estate investing in your mind at the time was single family house, you flip or you've got it as a rental. Like
Buy and
that's your
hold or flip.
concept. Yeah.
Yeah, buy and hold or flip. And that's my paradigm, for lack of a better word. And I think I'm a lot of people like that, maybe even those that are educated, until and then you just realize it's so much work. And there's much less work and economies of scale to scale a single family business to 100 units is a lot of
Yeah.
work. You got to develop all the back end maintenance, leasing, etc., proficiencies and landlord. I mean, there are the laws of the state of which you operate in, and so it's just very uh, overhead intensive. And
And
converse,
you don't really get a lot of immediate reward for that. Like
yeah,
it's and it is a very good investment strategy because of wealth building and then also wealth preservation through tax. But as far as cash flow, yeah, you really need to own 50 to 100 plus, and then also have a rock solid management team to keep you out of the
courthouse,
migraine mode.
and as a business guy, as a corporate guy, trying to do risk mitigation stuff, of which I specialized a lot in my corporate life, it just becomes a no-brainer personally, because you get economies of scale in multifamily. You get the concept of non-recourse loans. So every one of those single family homes is a recourse loan to the buyer or to the landlord, meaning, the bank can come after you if
Yep.
you were to
Yep.
default. In a multifamily, the non-recourse loans, you can lose your investment, but the bank can't come after you for your personal assets. That was huge to me, having been in the corporate world and having not rich, but had a few assets that I really didn't want to gamble on losing. So it's economies of scale, non-recourse debt, and then most importantly, being able to hire a property management company.
Yeah.
So we become, as you know, the asset managers, where you're overseeing the property manager who does the day-to-day leasing activities, maintenance activities, and deals with all the tenant issues. And thank goodness they do what they do. Because as I started out with, I didn't want to do that. So those are the three big drivers and then you look at, the tax advantage, the cash flow advantage, and the appreciation advantage. And um, it suits my personality. It may not suit everybody's, but I think people should challenge themselves to get educated, because I think you mentioned that, and that's really the big thing, is to educate yourself and understand the differences and make your own investment strategy
Yeah,
with your
I
own.
mean, it really depends on what you want, what your education basis is. I mean, you shouldn't invest in anything that you're not educated about. Um, and you could do both. But my realization on that came from buying these rentals, and we're doing a lot of flips too, but buying these rentals and realizing like, hey, from a wealth building standpoint, like these things are great. Like I wish I did not flip. I wish I held more and flipped less. So from that aspect, they were great. But from a management, operations, and even the asset management, um, it it was a challenge, and cash
Yeah,
flow was like by the time you factor in vacancy, repairs, capex, and all this stuff, it's not really there. And then it really hit me when I joined EXP and like revenue share, and it's not real estate income. It's through my brokerage, completely different. But within like
yeah,
18 months, like I had tripled my what my rental income just from rev share, and then our first large multifamily, and then I was like, okay, I get it now. I get it now. The economies of scale now, it basically gives you the ability to afford a higher caliber team, really in
yeah.
all aspects, not just property management, team to oversee an asset and its performance far better than what you could personally.